So last year, I fell out of love with reading. Spent most of my time on my phone, just feeling overwhelmed, feeling very broke. So I decided today, we're gonna change that. I'm gonna figure out how to fall in love with reading again. Little did I know, this little experiment, it taught me a lot. I began to piece together what would be the perfect reading day. I had a day off of work, so I wrote down all the things that I thought would make the perfect day. 7 a.m. wake up, doing some yoga, journaling, meditating, reading 10 pages of a nonfiction because I want to do more for myself and learn deeper in stuff, you know? My idea of like falling back in love with reading for some reason translated to trying to read every second of the day, and I don't think that's a good way to fall in love with reading. I just realized I'm out of coffee creamer. This is about to be a nasty coffee. Okay, moment of truth. Not bad, but I digress. Let's journal. Okay, friends. Oh god, morning voice. Ew. I just did my morning routine, and to be honest, I'm now quite tired. And I was gonna hop into reading nonfiction, at least 10 pages, and then reading while eating breakfast. But I do think I need to get dressed, do my skincare, chug some more water, because I'm so sleepy. Now me double fisting fluids. He's truly living his best life. I can't stop him. Okay, now I'm finally gonna read some nonfiction. I got ready, I walked the dog, and I'm gonna try and read one chapter, and then I'm gonna reward myself with something very exciting. Let's get into it. Okay, I finished the morning routine. Mind you, it is now 11 o'clock. I started at 7. So these people who have these morning routines, I don't know how they do it in work. Today's my day off, so taking it really chill. I just made breakfast and I did finish that chapter of my nonfiction, so checking off that reading goal. And then the reward, besides eating my very, very yummy breakfast, I found a manga I want to read. So still plugging in reading wherever I can. I'm very excited to start reading it. I don't know if it's gonna be good or not, to be honest. I just found it on my Libby account. So Libby is an app that you can use to connect to your library within the States. So I used to have one in Hawaii, and now I have one in California. So I just scrolled through the manga selection, picked one, and now instead of watching YouTube while eating my breakfast, I'm going to read a manga. It's my sneaky way of getting more reading in, but also quite enjoyable. This is like a literal reward because I haven't read manga in so long, and I'm really hoping it's good. If not, I'm just gonna go back to my fave that I have on my Kindle account, House of the Sun. Let's get to reading and having a good old fun time. Yeah, I don't need to watch TV 24/7 to be happy and distracted. Get some reading in. Read a fun story. Today's breakfast: banana, eggs, avocado, bacon. Been trying to eat healthier. And yeah, let's get to reading. That looks really scary. Not sure if I'm gonna like this. I don't like horror manga. It definitely wasn't the right manga. Okay, finished the first chapter of the manga, and it's actually kind of cute. The synopsis is that there's this girl in middle school being bullied. She seems to be very ill and can't attend school very often, and she wears a different uniform, so she gets bullied a lot, and they say really nasty things to her, so major trigger warnings, because wow, they're just like really getting at her. She's crying, she's in the bathroom, she's like kind of praying for an answer, and she sees a phone number. She decides to give it a call, and it ends up being this stray god who doesn't have a shrine, who's homeless and is looking for people to like believe in him, so he's willing to help people. And this girl is just being chased by like demons and stuff because she's so weak. crazy. This manga has some dark things. I'm probably going to start working on other things though, because I got shiz to do. Coffee's life. Like, I found someone to take care of me forever. It's now 4:37 p.m. and there's nothing more that I want to do than take a nap. My reader inside is like, no, that's gonna break the reading habit. I should read. I'm too tired. This is the problem with having a 7 a.m. routine, is like if you're just not used to it around this time of day, you just get so sleepy. There's nothing more that I want to do than take a nap. I'm gonna try not to. I've actually been working on my demo reel as an actor. Very proud. I will link my demo reel below if I end up making or posting it on like Vimeo or demoreels.com. I'll link it down below eventually. It's mostly for casting directors anyhow. If you didn't know, I'm an actor. Book me, baby. I really... Like, I should read. I really have not read any of this. I read one chapter of a manga and one chapter of a nonfiction. So right now would be the perfect time to do some Pomodoro method reading activities, because I've done the work that I needed to do. You saw I went to a cafe. I did my little demo reel edits, and then I emailed a bunch of people that I needed to email, and I started studying about how to be a substitute teacher, because your girl needs a more flexible job, okay? So I can pursue my dreams, okay? Because we need bills to be paid. Life's just complicated. Okay, I think I just convinced myself to at least do one 25-minute reading sprint right now. And I'm gonna heat up some coffee as a treat to myself. Okay, but I also am trying this new hair product. I washed my hair last night. My curls are giving, right? You see this? She cute! Worth 24 bucks, right? We'll see if it lasts at all. Let's pick a good vibe. Maybe... You know what? Actually, I think I don't want lo-fi. I think I want fantasy mix. Let's see about this one. That might be a little too serious for my liking. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with this one. And I might switch it up later, but this is supposed to be Studio Ghibli vibes. So we got the sound setting. More ambiance. And most importantly, we have caffeine and a little snack. Nothing is worse than not having a little snack. Oh shoot, I left my water outside. I'll go grab that. If you didn't see my last video or my last reading sprints that I did on my channel, I'm reading Ruthless Vows. Technically finishing my January TBR, but that's okay. We'll get to my Blackathon TBR in the next video. This is the sequel to Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross, a duology that is so profound, so amazingly written. There's like no concise way to pitch the synopsis to you, just because there's so many layers and they go so deep. Starts off as rivalry, almost like an enemies to lovers romance. The two main characters work in the same office and they are competing for the same position at this newspaper. They want to be columnists and they kind of hate each other. But the stakes are already super high as our main girl Iris, her brother enlists into the war to fight for this god of their area. So there's two gods who are kind of dictating this war and enlisting people to fight because one god woke up really angry and just started killing people. And this country that these two characters live in are not close to the war, so they still are distant from it. So there's a lot of pressure when her brother leaves to enlist. Her mother starts drinking, so she really needs this position, and he needs this position because there's a lot of familial pressure that he needs to have a status because he's high class and she's lower class. She's not paying her electricity bills and he is getting an arranged marriage because that's how his family does it. It twists and turns into this beautiful story of live your life for you. There are horrible things going on around the world all the time, and you are allowed to be happy and chase your happiness. It is so profound and beautiful how this story just relates so deeply to what's happening in the world today, because there's just so much bad, and I do get kind of emotional thinking about it. And reading this book is particularly hard because there's kind of like a betrayal that happened at the beginning of this book. I won't spoil it, but it's just really hard to wrap your emotions around this, because it is talking about war, it's talking about people's lives and how people's perspectives on different sides. There's just so much noise, and it doesn't feel like it's fixing the problem, and all we want to do is fix the problem or be helpful. This book ends up being so touching, and the first one was definitely like, focus on love, focus on your life, do what you can to be helpful, but you only get one life. Live it for yourself. Find the people you love and take care of them. It's so precious. So let's continue on with this. I'm on page 38, barely through it. I think there's 400 pages in this. So let's see if I can get to like page 100 tonight. Is that too high? Maybe. To try and fall in love with reading in one day is just ridiculous. So it didn't work. It didn't work. I failed. But before we all give up on our reading goals and passions, I think what I did actually learn from this experiment is that the way I talk to myself is definitely reflecting how I feel. Like at the end of the day, I was like, oh, I don't want to read, I don't want to read, oh no, and it made it so difficult. But as soon as I put the setting in and like turned on a cute video and lit a candle, I had so much fun. And I got a lot of pages read. Oh, that reminds me, let's talk about the pages I read. I ended up reading 23 pages of a nonfiction. Woo woo! I'm reading a lot of acting books recently, and it's very fun, learning a lot. Then I read 50 pages of a nonfiction. I did do 2 25-minute kind of sprints with myself, and I really enjoyed it. But I did also then, after doing those 2 little sprints, I was like, okay, my day is done. And I think I went on to continue watching YouTube, which is again a learning experience. I can't change my life in one day. That's just literally impossible. But what I can do is try and change the way I talk to myself every day. Instead of being upset with myself for not reading for an hour, it's like literally just read for 15 minutes and then watch YouTube, you know? And then that'll slowly become really easy to, oh, let me just read. Like, not make it a big deal. And right now, there's just so much resistance, and I'm tackling that resistance, that anxiousness for some reason that I've built up, that, you know, reading is hard. It's like, shh, brain, no, calm down. And I did read about 50 pages of a manga. So altogether, around 120 plus pages, which is better than any other day. I think most of February I haven't been reading every day, and that's the next step. I want to get into the habit of reading every day, but figuring out a way that I can love it, that I can really enjoy reading and not be like, I need to be reading every second of every day, because I think that's what a lot of book videos like tell you to do. It's like how to read 100 books. Basically have a book glued to your face. Done. And I don't know, I don't want that stress. I want reading to be fun. I want it to kind of replace my consumption of YouTube videos and like randomly watching like anime and things. It's like, yeah, I can have those little movie nights, but being super intentional with them, because yo, my issue is YouTube will suck me in for hours, and then I'll be like, what happened to my day? And then I'll be so tired too, even though I hadn't done anything. It's wild. It's literally crazy. So yeah, trying to implement more habits that make me feel really good, because nothing feels better than having a finished book. You know what I mean? Like watching 2 hours of YouTube, it's like nice because it's like I get to relax. It's kind of like my reality TV, I guess, where it's just like no thoughts, ha ha ha. But finishing a book, I feel like a superhero. I definitely wanna make that path in life easy for me. Yeah. This was kind of successful because I learned a lot about myself. Let me know how you're doing on your reading journey. Are you reading every day? Do you want to read every day? What step are you on? Have you tried anything? Let me know. Let's all help each other out, because we all love books here and we all want to do our best and live our best lives. But it's like, how can we do that in an enjoyable way? Okay, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next Saturday. Bye.